good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on a team from the Big 10, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to throw, it's Robertson. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on first down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up second and short.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air on second down. Makes the grab and gets the foot in bounds, and it'll be a first down.
Man, and we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wilson. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
The Bears getting set on first and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Looking for a man. It's Robertson. Misses receiver there. It's incomplete.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Washington. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are New set of downs after the completion. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Can't get him to the ground. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run.
There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bears! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game. And the offense, they've got it moving now.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and the score came on an impressive run from the 20. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. At the 35, he's loose. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
And the Huskies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Williams looking for a man. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was
turning it on. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. The Huskies love these backs that can churn up yardage like a Corey Dillon and Napoleon Kaufman used to do.
Just guys that you can depend on, guys you can hand it to and know you're going to get really, really good production. Then what does that do? It opens up the whole offense, gets everybody jacked.
What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Green. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Husky. Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for room. It's Washington. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Pocket breaking down. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning on foot.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Williams will pass. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter, because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately.
Washington sends out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll field the punt. Bottled him up, not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Now on the option. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Pressure coming. Unloads it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? Oh, they're after him. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Good disciplined defense on that play. It's 3rd and long, right? You're not going to bite on a play fake. Nobody's going for that. Everyone knows it's a passing situation, and they use their speed to get to the QB.
He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Spits it out to the back. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Here comes the offense back onto the field. Looking downfield, it's Robertson. Trying to beat the D deep. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, the offense taking a shot after getting the takeaway. They're in what's called the fringe area. It's not quite the red zone, but it's a good spot to throw posts, to throw goes, to throw deep corner routes, smash routes. That's exactly what they were thinking that time. Just a little bit off on the throw. Nice play by the defense, but I love the aggressive nature that time by the O.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. This one's complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
He'll pull it down and run. At the 20, he's got space. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Man, it's so hard to keep a rabbit in the cage, that quarterback, right? He's going to scramble around. He's going to make plays, and when he gets outside the pocket, you're just trying to get a hand on him. How about getting a hand on him, forcing the fumble, and recovering? A great job by the defense continuing to chase that QB.
Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. He wants to change this route. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll get rid of it. Makes the grab. It's more.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride in their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it 1st down at the 40.
I'll tell you something, in college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. To the air, it's Robertson. That's reeled in, it's Prentice. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
Man, you see tight end matchups all over the field all the time now. It used to just be in the red zone. Now you just find the big fella, you put him in the slot, try to give him the ball as much as possible because you know he can make big plays.
They'll leave it with him. He breaks a tackle. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. And the Bears can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Rides to back and leaves it. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down, really easy.
And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Looking to throw, it's Robertson. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And how big is that earlier sack now as they try to get it in the end zone here? On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. A shot toward the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Slips through the line. He's got it out. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run it from the gun. He's past the 30. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
That's caught. It's Hawkins. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down.
Yeah, I don't know defensively if you want to keep giving this guy that much cushion, because when he gets the ball in space, he's able to shake all these defenders and turns a 5-yard completion into a first down.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. Never a doubt. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And that's a nice end to this first half. Put points on the board, create a little bit of momentum. You're still losing, I know. Go into the locker room, talk about some adjustments, and come out with some momentum.
That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. No tricks here. Looks as if they'll just run it out and take that lead into halftime. That's going to wrap it up here in the first half. Stay tuned. Second half not too far away. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead.
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense... on it, they get that turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They'll line up for a second down play. On the ground, it's Coleman. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And this QB is really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Back to throw, it's Robertson. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Makes a catch at the 20. Touchdown, Baylor! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Grabbed behind the line, it's Coleman. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The run from the shotgun. Breaks into the open. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Off the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Boston. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. The Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. Unloads quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Now on second down. Williams looking for a man. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, Washington. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. An 84-yard drive there. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Prentice. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Bears with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, the ground game. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
You can feel the momentum starting to swing in this stadium. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Robertson. That's caught. It's Washington. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. If you like old-school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
Yeah, a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting them a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up. They bowed up and made a better play and take over. Now you need your defense to get on the field in a sudden change situation and get you the football back.
There he goes. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
And this is the part of the game where you could really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the fourth quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
And the Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Trying play action. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Might be calling a hot route. Williams will pass. Makes the catch. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points to get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Huskies can really attack on this second and short. The give and tick, 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 tick. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Finds a tight end. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And that is big time late in the game that you can trust your quarterback to still throw the football because you know it's only a few more first downs, and this one's over. Nice to have a guy like that you can trust.
Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on third down coming up. Let's call it third and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Williams looking for a man. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
Yeah, and I think my thought process needs to be points are good. Because if I get a field goal here, that's fine. I take the lead by more than a field goal. They got to go the length of the field. But I also want to run this clock, let it continue to work. But
he's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Husky. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That is how it's done. Great job by this offense. And because of the score and the time, you kick the extra point because you're going to make them go down the field, have to score, and get a 2-point conversion to tie this football game. Great drive by this offense.
The AT unit on the field. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. They march the ball 51 yards for the score. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. This one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air, it's Robertson. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
What a great job outside working that route. Not only did he get to the sticks to make sure he got the first down, but also was able to get himself out of bounds to stop the clock. You could not do that any better in a 2-minute situation.
Looking downfield on first down. He's open on the right. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
To the air on first down. Got the quick pass. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
And that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Lost the fire on second down. Throws to the tight end. Finds space on the right. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. And the Bears with the 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He got it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. Guys, this offense has a couple of jobs. The first one, get the touchdown. Then they'll need the 2 to tie here in the 4th. The sweet feet buy a little time. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back to pass, it's Robertson. Here comes the heat. And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters. And this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That